goes for Broughton High School in 0. Laurie of Nairn in 1. Webster's High School girl Morven Adams in 2. Jenny Galloway in 3 from Boroughmuir. Katie Shannon of Bishop Briggs Academy in 4. Scarlett Ferris of Bell Baxter in 5. Lauren Chalmers of Eastwood in 6. Catherine Body of Meldrum in 7. Then we've got that empty lane in 8. And Ayumi Falls of Taylor High School completes the field in lane 9. These swimmers just getting themselves organised after the warm-up. But we can see there, no surprise to see Katie Shanahan leading the way from Scarlett Ferris in lanes 4 and 5, and then lane 2, Morven Adams of Webster's High School going pretty nicely. So 400 IM, Jess, obviously a hugely taxing event. You've got to be technically strong really in everything, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, 400 medley, you normally need to have something good in every single stroke. Especially the breaststroke, that's normally the one that splits up the swimmers. Katie's got a great fly, pretty good backstroke, she's good on the breaststroke and the freestyle, she knows how to race it. It's good to see some of the girls are still sitting up with her on the fly to back turn there. I hope that they can start chasing her down a little bit and hopefully stay with her as best as they can on the backstroke and not give her too much of a lead. Katie
is a very strong backstroker though, and she does look to be just opening this lead up from Scarlett Ferris, member of the youth development squad. Scarlett training up at Dundee with David Haigh, goes to school at Bell Baxter in Cooper, so just over the Tay Bridge. So through halfway through the backstroke and around about a 4-metre lead for Katie. Fairly close for third. Lauren Chalmers is in 6, maybe it's just edged past Jenny Galloway in lane 3 now. And also still up there Morven Adams, who was in 3rd at the end of the butterfly. But it does look like it's 1st, 2nd, and then the contest is for the bronze medal. Though, as you said earlier, things can change in the breaststroke. Moving up in lane 7, Catherine Body of Meldrum Academy. So she's joining that group, vying for the bronze medal. Halfway mark, 225.3 is the halfway split.
Yeah, we'll see how the race breaks up here on the breaststroke. I think that might help to define that bronze medal a little bit more.
We shall see as to how things develop. As cameras focus on the top 2 here as they come down towards the scoreboard end of the pool. Because this fantastic venue, Tollcross, is going to have a big year this year with the British Championships coming up and the British Summer Championships, and then we finish off the year here with the European Short Course Championships. So what a year it is going to be for Tollcross. Such a great venue to have here in Scotland. It's great Scottish Schools Swimming is back here. Huge lead now for Katie. There are some signs that the breaststroke is shaking them up. Jenny Galloway has moved into 3rd place on her own now, body length up on Morven Adams on her left-hand side. So can we call a 1, 2, 3 just yet, do you think, or is that a little premature with freestyle still to go?
Yeah, I would still hold off. You don't know how hard they're working or had to work here to move up on the breaststroke. Jenny should be able to hold on to that bronze medal, I think.
350.6 for Katie, meanwhile. 3.66 to be precise. Now, here's a wee trivia question for you. Who do you think holds the school's championship record in 400 IM women? Can only be one person.
Champion, isn't it? Hannah Miley. You can't beat her at 400 medley. She's dominated Scottish medley Scottish women's medley for quite a long time now. And it's no surprise that she still holds the school's record.
Yep, that was set in 2007, representing Inverurie Academy. And she's done an awful lot since then. Multiple Olympic Games, multiple Commonwealth Games, double Commonwealth champion. But Katie Shanahan will be looking to emulate that in her career to come, because this is A superb swim from Katie. She's absolutely dominated this throughout, and coming down there to the 15-meter markers, and you can't see another swimmer in the shot as she comes in. That just shows there, you can see Scarlett just appearing, but Katie Shannon absolutely dominant, stops the clock just under the 5 minutes, 4:59.64. Just to put that in perspective, that Hannah Miley time, record time 4:46.40, but Katie only 15, so she'll have a few more years probably contesting this 400 IM, so who knows what could happen in the next 2 years. Scarlett Ferris was always going to take silver, and she does that, 5:13.15, and Jenny Galloway, really the breaststroke was what did it for her to get the bronze medal, so she takes the bronze for Boroughmuir in 5:17.24.
Good to see Jenny holding on to that bronze medal and keep pushing on the freestyle.
Did you coach her back in the day when you were at Warrender?
She was in the squad above me at the time when I was in there. If we're going back, it'd probably be the age group below, so yeah, Rachel Saunders, Kira Rennie, who's also here today. All those guys were in my squad at the time. They were all about 10 years old, 10, 11s at the time when I had them. But it's good to see them still racing. It's nice to catch up with them.
Yeah, we'll see some of them later on. You may have noticed on the scoreboard there, unfortunately, we had a disqualification. That was Morven Adams in lane 2, so unfortunately she's out. So the 1, 2, 3, Katie Shannon, Scarlett Ferris, and Jenny Galloway. So on to the boys. Your boy is there in lane 4, representing his school, of course, Garnock Academy today. Angus Rutherford goes for Heriots in 0, and Arthur of Ellen Academy in 1. Graham Squires of Nairn in 2. Daniel Ferguson, winner this morning in the 400 free. He goes for Whitburn Academy in 3. Then it's Rory Dixon, who he just beat, goes for Garnock Academy in 4. George Cowan of Arbroath High School in 5. John Houston of Kyle Academy in 6. Tom Jeffers of Glen Almond in 7. Jamie Ferguson of Lasswade High School in 8. Ethan Horn of Cathkin High in lane 9. So Rory has something like a 6-second advantage on paper, but is lane 5 empty? It is, yes. So no George Cowan. Good start in lane 1, Andrew Arthur of Ellen. So he is right up there. In lane 6, John Houston of Kyle Academy. You're near neighbours, down a bit south of you in Ayrshire. So they're the leading 3. Tom Jeffers not that far away in lane 7. Who's going to get the touch? It is John Houston, 1:03.26. So the fly complete, and certainly nothing decisive has happened yet. John Houston still going well, but Rory Dixon perhaps.
Like Rory's been listening.
Yeah, he's not sleeping on his backstroke now. He's just moved past John. Looks like we'll get the gap between them as they go through the 150 turn, but looks like he's got about a metre on him now. Goes through 1:40.73, exactly a second faster than John. Third place is Andrew Arthur, still going very nicely over in lane 1, so keep your eyes on him right up at the top of your screen. But Rory is pushing on. So we talked about breaststroke being the differentiator, but it doesn't have to be breaststroke, does it? Sometimes.
No, I mean, it could be any stroke in there. They've got some guys that are really, really good backstrokers that will just take the race out and hopefully hold on to that lead on the breaststroke. Rory's breaststroke's coming on really well. He's always been a pretty good breaststroker. We've looked to try and lengthen that stroke out a little bit more but hold the rate. Trying to get him to use the hips a little bit more as well, and that looks like it's working. I'm looking for him to probably increase this lead as we go through.
Not that there's any bias being shown here whatsoever.
No, not at all.
John Houston is still up there with him, so he is holding on pretty nicely here. And again, a bit like the girls' race, it's bronze which is up for grabs. Andrew Arthur still up there in lane 1, but we've got Tom Jeffers and Jamie Ferguson moving up nicely in lane 8. In fact, well, no, it is still Andrew Arthur in 3rd place, but Rory is looking to move up a place from this morning and pick up his first championship gold, certainly for this year. Just looking at his track record, he's national age group champion in this event and winner just a couple of weeks ago here at the West District, so knows what it's all about. And he's got 2 to 3 meters as they go into the freestyle, 3:37.1, a lead of nearly 2.5 seconds, so you'd think that would be enough to see this one through. In fact, if anything, I think he's building his lead now in the freestyle. He's around 5-6 meters up now. How important is it really to save something for this final 100? Obviously, it's the fastest of the 4 strokes, so.
Yeah, I mean, where we're at in our training at the moment, we're working pretty hard. So this is a good test event to see where we're at. Rory's probably main focus at the moment will be heading into the British Championships in April. That's the next big event for him. So it's good to see if we're doing the right work at the moment to see where we're at.
So Rory, I think, is making his coach happy here. He is about 6-7 meters up as he comes in to take the win in 4:41.65. We'll be happy with that time.
Yeah, that's a PB for Rory. Long course for 400 medley. His previous best times are 4:44. So to get time off at this point in the season is definitely where we want to be at.
John Houston was always going to get the silver medal, and he didn't disappoint on that one. And Daniel Ferguson, really with a good breaststroke, pushed him past Andrew Arthur, and he held that in the freestyle to take 3rd place. So nice spread around the medals there. We'll be doing the presentations for those 400 IMs before we swim again, but your thoughts on those 2 IM events getting us going this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, Katie was always going to have it there, barring any disqualifications or anything. She was definitely the strongest in there for the girls 400 medley. On the boys, it could have been a close race if we had George in there as well to push on. It's good to see John up pushing Rory on the breaststroke and try and chip away at that. But obviously for me, it's nice to have Rory getting a personal best time at this point in the season and get a win as well for his school.
Yes, of course, it's been all about short course really up until Christmas. So the first long course event really, although you did have West Districts a couple of weeks ago to just get the rust off the long course swimming, I suppose, and it's pretty promising.
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good short course just before Christmas there. Rory got the junior champ in the 100 medley and the 200, which just missing out on the 400 medley, so almost a clean sweep, but great to see him come here and do it long course and get a personal best time long course.
So the ladies there on the podium, so just to remind you of who they are: Jenny Galloway in the green there for Boroughmuir High School. She is the bronze medalist. The silver medalist Scarlett Ferris from Bell Baxter, and the gold medalist and Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Bishop Briggs Academy, Katie Shanahan. These pictures will be available later on. You can see the flash going there as our cameraman working his socks off. And now on to the boys' presentation. Quickly getting themselves sorted as they come up. The bronze medalist there, Daniel Ferguson. Silver medalist John Houston from Kyle Academy, Daniel from Whitburn Academy, and the gold medalist we've been talking about from Garnock Academy, Rory Dixon. So photos done. We get ready now for the first of our 50s. This is the girls' 50 butterfly. So we go up to the other end of the pool, just one length of the pool here. And we've got 2 heats, and as I said earlier, the fastest 10 will progress through to the final. That's a mixture of swimmers in the final year at primary school and a few who are in their first year at senior school. There's the lineup for the first heat. Madison Cool matching Safrina matching rather, Natalie Moody, Susie McNair, Isla Garden, Helen Stoddart, Jessica Lister, Ariana Coley, Anna McNeil and Kira Bailey. Entry times 34s to 36s. Again, very tough competition to get into these finals. Going nicely in lane 5 in the yellow cap, Helen Stoddart. Maybe she's just got the edge over in lane 2. Also going well, Natalie Moody. I think it's between these two as they come in. Maybe Natalie just the stronger into the wall. And I think she got the touch, 34.4. 34.46 to be precise. And she does take the win. Susie McNair getting second, just getting ahead of Helen Stoddart, who just faded a little bit at the end there. But so it's Natalie Moody sets the challenge for heat 1, 34.46. So ready for heat number 2 now. The lineup here is Kirsty Breakin, Taylor McKenzie, Perry Scobby, Isla Waller, Charlotte Thompson, Orla McInnes, Lana Duncan, Freya Beaton, Sophie Steele and Jessica Powell. Nice start in lane 5 from Orla McInnes, younger sister of Kiana, and she is pushing hard, going very well over in lane 0. Kirsty Breakin is throwing a bit of a surprise here. It's between these two. Coming up as well, Charlotte Thompson in lane 4, but it's Orla McInnes, I think, getting the touch, 33.74. So that will be the fastest time going into the final. 34.24, dead heat in fact for second, Kirsty Breakin and Charlotte Thompson. So well done to them. So it should be a pretty tight final, that, Jess?
Yeah, the 50s are always tight. It's good to see the wee ones going racing for the 50s. It's going to be so close to call there for this final. You never know how young kids are going to turn up for a final. It's either going to go absolutely fantastic and unbelievable, or it could go completely the other way. So it's see how they cope, and it's good to give them an opportunity to get a shot at racing in finals.
Yes, so there's heats and finals, of course, here, as we said. So boys' turn now. There's the lineup for the first heat. PJ Coyle in 0, Dylan Riddock-Smith in 1, Murray Lamb in 2, Archie MacArthur in 3, James Burnett in 4, Torrin Liversedge in 5, Irvin Ward in 6, Ross Anderton in 7, Rory Dixon in 8, Harvey Orr in 9. James Burnett's had a very successful series of swims in the East District age groups this season, going for Watson's in Edinburgh. So we'll see what he can do here. Looks like lane 5 though, Torrin Liversedge from Aboyne has the advantage. Coming down, but James now is starting to come at him. 15 metres to go. These two just about side by side now. Third place is tight, maybe lane 3, Archie MacArthur, but well, it's going to be on the touch here between James and Torrin. I think James just edges it, really timed that finish very nicely. 32.95 for him. Nicely inside his entry time. 33.35 for Torrin Liversedge, and it's Ross Anderton. Nice swim from him, 35.13, taking third place.
Great second half of the race there for James, really pushing through the field.
Yes, he's another of these youngsters with the Warrender programme, and as I said, having a really successful East Districts sequence of events this year, and we'll be seeing him in national age groups in April. But that was a nice swim there, should have booked a place certainly in a centre lane in the final, you would think. Just a slight delay for the start in this one. They're being summoned off the block, so there's obviously something not quite right. Just run through the field for you. Daniel Frew of Glenburn, Fraser Stewart of Greyfriars, Thomas Traynor of St Kenneth's, Kane Buchanan of St Joseph's, Finley Nelson of Kirkcombe, Adam Scott of Netherley, Clavia Singh, Glasgow Academicals, or Glasgow Academy I should say, Cameron Gill, Robbie Crawford, Rory Welsh, the final three. What a start from Finley Nelson. He is absolutely taking this one out like a train. He is about a body length up. That lead maybe staying about steadily now. It was really about an explosive start there. Kane Buchanan in lane 3 has second place just ahead of Adam Scott, but it's Finley Nelson's race. That was all done really in the first 10 metres. Absolutely stunning start there, 31.49. So really good swim there. He was entered on a 33, so you have to be happy with an improvement from 33 to 31.
Yeah, all these guys are racing short course for their qualifiers, so to push on and go a 31 long course, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. Let's not overstate this.
Yeah, I mean, the record's still standing, so we can't.
Yes, we talked about the record holder. He set a 100-fly record this morning, but last year he set the 50-fly. Stefan Kravis, who was for his primary school last year, Windy Gould Primary School in Tranent in East Lothian, now swimming for Ross High. But we're done with the fly now. We move on to 200 freestyle, and it's girls 13, 14-year-olds up first. So these are, again, heat declared winner events, so you've got to do it now. You don't get a second chance. Just takes them a little while to reset the electronics for starting at the start end, so that will just take a moment or two. This first heat, the time's 2:21 to 2:27, and then quite a bit faster than the second heat, 2:10 up to 2:21. So you always expect the first heat to provide the medalist. We come close this morning with a couple of really strong performances in the first heat who got very close to getting onto the podium, but just missing out. But still, it's a great opportunity to swim in these Scottish Schools finals. It's always very strong competition. You get limited to just the 2 swims, don't you? So
yeah, well, it might give kids a chance to be in the mix that wouldn't normally get a shot to be in a top 3. With them only being able to do 2 events, it gives other guys a chance to be at the top.
And there always seems to be a tendency to swim fast, I guess because you only have those 2 swims. You're not tiring yourself particularly over the day.
You've got to go, especially with it being heat declared as well. It's all or nothing.
So we've obviously got some sort of issue. So don't forget, you can text us at GSOS. Oh, that's the Glasgow School of Sport Twitter line there, but they're happy about their man Ryan Robertson. Silver this morning in the 200 backstroke. Lovely Jeff. He's proud to be supporting his boy and all the other Beauclair Academy swimmers at SSA Champs. Hashtag SSSC19. So that's where you can tweet us, and we'll get some of the tweets up on the screen as we go, particularly if we get a little bit of grab there. A reminder of the hashtag. Hashtag SSSC19. Triple SC. So obviously something's not quite right here. So we're just being made to wait for a moment. So this 13-14 200 freestyle is looking at the second heat. Kerry Gillespie from Aberdeen, Robert Gordons, she's representing today, has the fastest end time 2:10, and Jenna Cole of Bellshill 2:13. Also Natasha Simpson. Was she one of yours in Warrender? No?
Oh, I don't know Natasha.
She's come on well in the last year or so, and she's also entered on a 2:13 here. Lucy Ellis, the championship record holder, but back in 2007 in Inverkeithing High School. But I think we're ready to go now. So you saw the lineup on the screen there, and it's Poppy Gibson of Hoyk in 0, Olivia Dean of Broxburn Academy in 1, Lucy Brown of St Aloysius in 2, Brooke Braidwood of Graham High in 3, Katrina Stewart of Hermitage Academy in 4, Joanna Mackenzie of Meldrum Academy in 5, Hebe Weavers of Dollar Academy in 6, Kerry Sinnott of St Andrews in 7, Mari Pemble of Berwickshire High School in 8, and Erica Watt of St Columba's in lane 9. 4 lengths of the pool through the first turn, and the lead is with Catriona Stewart in lane 4, 31.92. Also up there in lane 4, well, lane 2 rather, Lucy Brown. In fact, it looks like Lucy's taken over the lead now. Olivia Dean in lane 1 is going nicely as well. 200 freestyle, not a sprint, not a distance event. How do you swim it?
You've got to say it's becoming a sprint now.
Oh my goodness.
I know, you've got to go out fast enough. You can't leave too much at the start. You leave yourself too much work to do in the second half. Freestyle, you've really got to push it on from the beginning and try and hold a little something back or find an extra gear in that second 100 to really push it on.
So this is very nice stuff from Lucy Brown in lane 2. She is certainly pushing it on. Has she left a little bit back for this final 50 though? We will find out shortly. Edging into second is Hebe Weavers in lane 6 from Dollar Academy, does her club swimming at Carnegie, and she has made second place her own now. 1:45.48 at the 150 is Lucy's split, and she's not going to be caught now, I don't think. Pushing on well. Third place is Katrina Stewart in the red cap in lane 4, although she's got company over on the far side, the top of your screen, Poppy Gibson, Olivia Dean, but well, coming in, it is going to be Lucy. Really from the 50 onwards, she was in charge. Second place was Hebe Weavers, very tight coming in there, a whole raft of them coming in together. Olivia Dean just edging third spot. So that's the 1, 2, 3 there. Lucy, Hebe and Olivia, 2:22.87 the winning time.
Great finish from Olivia there to take the third spot. It was tight in that last 10 metres.
When you're in a big pool here, 10-lane pool, and you've got swimmers from all over the pool coming in together, are you aware of what's going on, or you just head down and do what you can do?
Well, last 10 metres it should be head down. It's really tough to see, especially if you're far out the outside lane, to see what's going on either side.
Heat 2. The line-up for this one: Natalie Marshall of Whitburn Academy in 0, Natasha Phillips of Webster's High School in 1, Anna Williamson of St Andrews in 2, Natasha Simpson of Edinburgh Academy in 3, Kerry Gillespie of Robert Gordon's College in 4, Jenna Cole of Bells Hill Academy in 5, Isabel Wood of Dunblane High School in 6, Thanrada McGregor of Woodmill High School in 7, Mia Ferguson of Fernhill in 8, and Amy Bell of Pennycook High School in lane 9. Out of the turn, it's Kerry Gillespie, 30.54. National Age Group champion, part of the youth development squad. North District Age Group champion as well. She was silver medalist here last year. So can she go one better this afternoon? She's got plenty of company. Natasha Simpson is up there, so is Anna Williamson, so is Jenna Cole. These four, led by Kerry at halfway, 1:04.46. So around 3.5 seconds faster than the first heat. So again, you would expect the 3 medalists to come from this group. Joining them now in lane 2, Anna Williamson, and lane 6, Isabel Wood. So we've got 5 now in the mix, and Thanrada McGregor not that far back either in lane 7. So well, all to play for here.
Yeah, for sure. This second heat's looking a lot tighter. I can't call it just now. All the girls are turning together at the 150 mark. There's nothing in it yet.
So who is really going to push it hard down this final 50. It looks like it's between Kerry in lane, or rather Natasha Simpson in lane 3 and Anna Williamson in lane 2. These two are going at it, hammer and tongs here. There's a late push from Jenna Cole. Well, who is going to get this one? Maybe Anna in the black cap just has the edge. Is she going to take the touch? Yes, she does. 2:11.90. Whoa, that one was close. Second was Natasha Simpson and third Jenna Cole. So things were shaken up a bit there. A win from lane 2.
Yeah, great change of speed coming out that last turn there. Really took the race by the scruff of the neck and just went for it.
So they will be the 1, 2, 3, all of them faster than the first heat. Anna Williamson, Natasha Simpson and Gemma Cole.
Good to see a win coming from lane 2. It just shows if you've got a lane in the final, it's anybody's game.
Oh, a bit of wild and woolly camera work there. I hope you've are not too dizzy after that. So we go to safer ground here with our pan shot down the pool. You can see there on the far side the spectator gallery has got a really good crowd in there. That's as full as you see it pretty much, isn't it? It's terrific to see so many people coming and supporting their swimmers here at Toll Cross. The close end that you can see, it's all athletes on the gallery on that side, and you can see also a lot of the athletes are there. You see the crowd there. What a great crowd we've got this afternoon. So thanks to all of them for coming along, and thanks for joining us on the live stream. If you couldn't make it, it's great to have you with us. Brodies there, banners proudly. They are been long-time sponsors now of the Scottish School Swimming Championships. It's great to have them because lawyers based in all the major Scottish cities. So thanks to Brodies for their support. So again, we just got a little bit of a hiatus here before we go to the girls 15-16 years 200 freestyle. That's, well, in fact, that's not the lineup for this. That's the lineup for the second heat. So in fact, we are going to the second heat first of all. So presumably we'll be coming back to the first heat. Then obviously, it sounds like there's maybe a problem with a swimmer. That's usually what is the issue when we do that. So hopefully whatever it is just a short-lived issue, and we can, might be a costume malfunction or something like that. So we're off. This is the faster of the two heats then, and we'll go to the slower one after this. So the line-up: Rebecca Braid of Woodmill High School in 0, Natalie Jones of Lasswade High School in 1, Jenna McLean of Lochaber in 2, Jennifer Murray of Loudon in 3, Iona McLeod of Harris Academy in 4, Emma Russell of Woodmill High School in 5, Morgan Anderson of Grove Academy in 6, Eve Mayer of Grange Academy in 7, Alicia Bain of Meldrum Academy in 8, and Marty Craig of Stirling High School in lane 9. Iona McLeod, winner in the 400 freestyle this morning, perhaps the favourite here, leads at the 50, 29.65. Beside her, Emma Russell. So two youth squad members, you would think, will be the two who will battle it out here. Dundee Harris Academy and Woodmill High School in Dunfermline. Through the 100, 1:02.24.
It's a good start on the first 100. We'll see how these girls hold on or push on in the second 100. I think the fight again is going to be for that bronze medal. One of my own in there, Jen Murray, she's looking all right just now. And then in lane 6, yep, Morgan Anderson as well, she's looking good. And then over from Morgan, Alicia Bain's looking good as well. There's plenty in there for that bronze medal.
Yep, Iona McLeod looks to be taking a bit of control. She's 2.5 seconds up. I suppose you think 400 freestyle's a sprint as well, do you, Jess?
No, not quite. I mean, 400 freestyle is a completely different ballgame. You've definitely got to pace that one, but the 200, you've got to put your mark down on the first 100 for sure.
So, looking very strong here. And of course, this is 200. Getting myself confused. 2:06.63. Iona did the 400, of course, this morning. So a good solid swim there, 2:06.63. Emma Russell in second, and your girl Jennifer Murray in third. Of course, we've still got that other heat to go, so you can't call it yet. So that was third place time, 2:10. And then the change. So I wonder if any of these swimmers from that first heat, they now know what they've got to do. I suppose that's a little bit of an advantage for them.
Well, could be, or it might put them off. I don't know.
We will find out. The lineup for this first heat, they're all in the water, so obviously whatever the problem was has been resolved. Olivia Thompson goes for Duncanrig in 0, Ellie Palmer of Graham High in 1, Esther Jimmerson of Eastwood High in 2, Mari McDonald, Bucksburn in 3, Netza Dolench-Lujnar of Balweary in 4, Annabelle Wright of Afford in 5, Kira Rennie of Watson's in 6, Rebecca Shulman of Heriot's in 7, Elise Fitzgerald of Hutchison's Grammar in 8, and Katie Hay of Grantown in 9. So through the first turn, 30.4 the split, and leading the way is Netza Dolench-Lujnar of Balweary High School in Kirkcaldy, and she is around about a body length up on Mari McDonald. Annabelle Wright in third through halfway, 1:05.13. So a pretty good pace, but they'd struggle, I think, to challenge that 2:10 that they'd need to get on the podium on a 1:05 halfway split. What's the first half in a 200? Nearly was faster than the second half because of the advantage of the dive. But it is still Netza in control. Through the final turn on 40.1. 40.11, you see on the top of your screen there the splits for the first 3 swimmers through. So heading down, this is a good solid swim from Netza. Came in on a 2:12. And she's not going to be challenged down the stretch here. Race is about second, and that's tight between Mari McDonald and Annabelle Wright. Annabelle just has the edge in lane 5 by maybe half a metre. So that's going to be the 1-2-3. Netza takes it. Annabelle second, Mari third. And the winning time there, 2:15.35. So it will be the 1-2-3 from the, well, the heat that was swum first, the faster heat. Iona McLeod, Emma Russell and Jennifer Murray. So that's the 15-16-year-olds job done. And it's the 17-19s now. We talked about Sophie Smith earlier on. So her record 2:06.31. So we'll keep an eye on that. Representing Arbroath High School in this one. We've got 9 swimmers in the field. And they are Freya Bannerman of Perth Academy in 0. Jenna Gilmore, Hamilton Grammar in 1. Hannah Young of Queen Margaret's in 2. Claire Wallace of Eastwood High School in 3. Sophie Smith of Arbroath High School in 4, Rebecca Reid of Harlaw Academy in 5, Isla Budge of the Nicholson Institute in 6, Kirsty Stewart of Robert Gordon's in 7, and Sophie Jenkins of Auchterarder in lane 8. So it would, I think, be a major surprise if Sophie Smith doesn't win this, and she is a fair way clear, 28.47 her split for the 50. Went with a British youth team over to Canada before Christmas. Just missed the medal in Ontario in their junior invitational, 4th place. 5th in our own short course championships in December, up against the top that Scotland could offer. And turns just over the minute, 1:00.16. So certainly looking in good shape to match that or improve on that 2:06.31 championship record. She's pacing there about just over 31.5. So that would suggest something like a 2:04. Again, apologies for our slightly strange camera work there, but we're back in business here and seeing Sophie Smith in charge here with Rebecca Reed, another very accomplished swimmer. Rebecca, Youth Development Squad member from Harlow Academy, swims with Aberdeen Amateurs, winner at the Scottish Summer Meet. She's not going to be the winner here. That surely is going Sophie Smith's way. That was about a 32.2 for her penultimate split, so it's looking very good for our first championship record of the afternoon. See if the afternoon session can get anywhere close to the 7 we saw this morning. But this is going to be the first one. I'm pretty confident about that now. Sophie Smith brings it home. Let's just check the time, 2:04.71. So that is a new championship record in what will be her last schools championship, Sophie Smith. So a nice way to sign off with a championship record.
Yes, make it a little bit harder for the next guys coming along. I reckon in a few years Iona McLeod will still have a couple more shots at that, maybe two years in the 17-18 age group next year. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully she'll chip away at that record as well.
So 2:04.71, that new record, so confirming that Rebecca Reed was second and Claire Wallace was third. We'll be going back to the podium now. So we'll sit to see all these girls claiming their medals. Starting with the 13-14-year-olds. This was a really tight contest. Do you recognise this man?
It's Craig McNally.
Craig McNally, long-time British internationalist, Scottish internationalist. Am I right? 3 Commonwealth Games? I think I'm right about that.
Yeah, sure. 3 Commonwealth Games. 200-metre backstroke specialist.
Yeah.
Always likes to leave it to the second 100 to give us a wee surprise. He's changed that over the last wee while. It's good to see him trying in that first 100 now.
And he presents the medals to Jenna Cole, the bronze medalist from Bells Hill, silver medalist from Edinburgh Academy, Natasha Simpson, and the Brodies Scottish Schools champion from St Andrews Academy, Anna Williamson. And caps go out as well. So well done to those 3 girls. Maybe they'll go on to represent Scotland in Commonwealth Games and Britain and Europeans and World Championships, Olympic Games. Who knows? The world is your oyster in swimming if you can put in the work, show the technique, the dedication, battle your way through the heartaches, because there'll be plenty of them. Here come the 15-16-year-olds. Bronze medalist from Loudon Academy, Jennifer Murray. Silver medalist from Woodmill High School, Emma Russell. And the gold medalist from Harris Academy, her second gold of the day, Iona McLeod. So a nice 200-400 double for Iona. And Iona certainly is an exciting prospect. Look at the size difference there between Iona and Emma in particular. Tall girl, very talented freestyler herself, Emma Russell. As I said earlier, I think in commentary, both Iona and Emma in the national youth squad. And the 17 to 19s next up. Craig waiting patiently for them to arrive. Here they are. Bronze medalist from Eastwood High School, Claire Wallace. Silver medalist from Harlow Academy, Rebecca Reed. She gets her medal from Craig, and the gold medalist, that new championship record time, 2:04.71 from Arbroath High School, Sophie Smith. So Sophie certainly has an exciting future ahead of you, and thanks. Shows huge amount of talent right up there now in British youth levels, I suppose, still at the moment, and we'll be looking to make the jump into senior swimming in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, women's freestyle is pretty competitive at the moment in Britain. The likes of Freya Anderson up there. So I kind of hope she looks up to these girls and thinks, yeah, that she can go for it and challenge them. She's still young though, she's got time. She just needs to keep training and chipping away.
Yep, so we'll be watching that with a lot of interest in the years to come. Stick with 200 freestyle now. We go to the boys. There's the lineup for the first heat for 13, 14-year-olds. Again, it's heat declared winner event. This is the slower of the 2 heats. Looks like we've got an empty lane in lane 9. So the lineup: Fergus Curry in 0 for High School of Glasgow, Rhys Ferguson of Dumbarton in 1, Vladik Semishevs of Bucky in 2, Finn Birkin of Wallace High in 3, Blair McKean of Hamilton College in 4, Seth Knox of Greenfolds Academy in 5, Lucas Brown of Elgin in 6, Nathan Vandenbroek of Inverkeithing High School in 7, Tom Ingalls of Dumbarton in 8. So 2 from Dumbarton Academy, lane 1 and lane 8. Can they spring a surprise on the swimmers inside them? First turns pretty close. Lucas Brown getting the touch, 30.82. He's in lane 6. There's a 4-way contest really. Lanes 3, 4, 5 and 6 all up there. Birkin, McKean, Knox and Brown. Also over on the far side, Fergus Curry going nicely. So will these swimmers in the centre lanes be aware of Fergus out there on the far side?
The guys sort of over to his side might have seen him, but they'll probably be more focusing on the middle lanes. Fergus had a great start. He's right out the way, and that might just play to an advantage for him. He doesn't need to worry about getting in amongst the race. He can just swim his own race, and that looks to be working for him at the moment.
Certainly is. He's right up there still. Lane 4 pushing on, Blair McKean. Hard to tell when you look down the pool, or even when you look across on the screen, just where the positionings are, but the scoreboard doesn't lie. Through the touch they go, and it is now Blair McKean who just got the edge by about 4/10, 1:41.67. But still Fergus Curry, who's absolutely super race. Does he get a fade in this final 50 though? They're coming at him now in lanes 5 and 6, Seth Knox and Lucas Brown, particularly Seth in lane 5. So it's all really tight here as we come up 10 metres to go. I think it's going to be the 2 in the centre lane, so we're going to decide it between them, and the touch going to Seth Knox. Wow, didn't see that coming. 2:15.73, got it by 400ths from Blair McKean. And Fergus Curry, what a fantastic race out of lane 0, 2:17.01. He came in on a 2:23, presumably that was a short course time. 2:17 long course. Even a coach would be happy with that.
Yeah, of course.
That showed the importance of good finishes though, that one. You felt that was for Blair McKean's for the taking, but Seth just got him on the touch.
Yeah, for sure. We always try and do a little bit of work on finishing. It's all about getting your hand on the wall at the end of the day.
Take your marks.
So on to the second heat, the line-up for this one: Ben McLaughlin of Robert Gordon's in 0, Lewis Sutherland of Thurso in 1, Nikita McLean of Queensferry in 2, Nathan Campbell of Larbert High in 3, Stephen Kravis of Ross High in 4, Duncan Young of Queen Margaret's in 5, Connor Stewart of McLaren High in 6, Finley Maguire of Stuart's Melville in 7, Alex Robin of Hutchison's in 8, and Matthew Chua of Beath in lane 9. Through the turn, and it's Stefan Kravis 28.64. Well, we talked about his 100 butterfly, breaking that 30-year-old record this morning. So we'll see what he can do here on freestyle. He has the fastest entry time by about 4.5 seconds. He's the national age group and Scottish summer meet champion. And he's leading by about a body length from Duncan Young. East versus West, East Lothian against Ayrshire. 1:00:56, 1:01:98. So pacing around 32, so he's probably a little bit off the record time at the moment. Talked about that record held by Jordan Hughes of Ardrossan Academy, set back in 2010. Stefan, though, is certainly looking good for his second gold of the day, because, as we said earlier, they only get 2 swims, so it will be 2 out of 2 for Stefan, assuming that he has a trouble-free final 50. 1:32.76, so again around 32s. He's got a chance if he can pick the pace up in this last 50, but he needs to take that 32 down to just over a 31. It's not impossible. Second place Duncan Young, he is clear of all the others. The race for third is between Nathan Campbell in lane 3 and lane 7 Finley Maguire, but it's Stefan Kravis coming into the final 5. We'll keep an eye on the clock as he comes in. It's going to be very close indeed. 2:03.81, just misses it by 4/10, but a cracking swim once again from Stefan Kravis. He got close there, but not quite. Jordan Hughes, if you are watching, your record lives on. To the final 5. We'll keep an eye on the clock as he comes in. It's going to be very close indeed. 2:03.81, just misses it. So we see the other swimmers coming in. Third, Nathan Campbell. So another very strong swim from Stefan.
Yeah, great swim from Stefan there. Good to see him getting so close to the record. Unfortunately, he didn't break it, but a solid 200 freestyle there for him.
Take your marks.
And showing his skill over different strokes as well. It's good to see, not just doing the double up of 100 and 200. He's decided to go for 2 different strokes. On to the 15-16s now. We've got Finlay Scott of Watson's in 0, Stuart Andrews, Glasgow Academy in 1, Michael Strang of St Andrews in 2, Lewis Hammond of Prestwick in 3, Adam Young of Bill Baxter in 4, Andrew Sutherland of Largs in 5, Daniel Murray of Our Lady and St Patrick in 6, Matthew Brown of Robert Gordon in 7, Eric Davey of Perth High School in 8, and Jan McKell of Watson's in 9.
Strong start there in lane 3 from Lewis Hammond. He looks like he's going to take the first 100 pretty comfortably. Up by a body length in a 58.6. Closest to him there is Adam Young, turning second in a 101.
Yep, so he's looking pretty good here, Lewis. He's certainly taken it to them in the first half here, and holding that nicely down length 3.
Also going strong there in lane 8. Eric Davey, he's also looking good. Yeah, he's moved up to 3rd.
This should be a pretty nice swim from Lewis. He did do a 2:03 at the Scottish Summer Meet, so his 2:06 entry time a little bit misleading. We'll be looking to see if he can improve on 2:03 here, and I think he might well do. Adam Young still holding second from Eric Davey, both swimming at Dundee, but it is 2:02.49, so good swim there from Lewis at Prestwick Academy. Second was Adam Young, 2:08.21, and Eric Davey, 2:09.07. So 2:02.49, that Well, Sonny's competitive for the second heat. With
he might be in with a shout there for a medal. But as you say, those boys have now seen what they need to do, so hopefully that pushes this heat on a little bit more.
Yeah, we've got a pretty strong field here with Graham Baird, Rory McKinnon, Angus Allison. Angus a winner this morning. So
Elliot Miller also youth squad.
So lots of talent here. Kia McNellis goes for Clyde View in 0. Cameron Leckie of Hamilton Grammar in 1. Brian Duncan of Montefieth High School in 2. Angus Allison of Broughton High in 3. Graham Baird of Beauclair Academy in 4. Rory McKinnon of Lenzie Academy in 5. Elliot Miller of Grangemouth High School in 6. Cameron Bilsland of Uddingston Grammar in 7. Miles Lapsley of James Young High School in 8. Cameron Allison of Stranraer Academy in lane 9. I tell you, we get them from all corners of Scotland. Stranraer down in the southwest. We've had swimmers from the Nicholson Institute in Stornoway. So wherever you are in Scotland, if you're good enough, you could be here. Coming down the second length. This is tight. This is very tight. There are about 6 swimmers all coming in within less than a metre of each other. Touch 58.6, and that is pretty much the same split as we saw in the first heat. So Lewis Hammond, I think, will be watching with great interest what's going on here. Can he get himself onto the podium? Well, is there a bit of cat and mouse going on here? What's going on, Jess?
It looks like they're really all chasing each other here. I think it's a bit of bragging rights as well. The boys all know each other, obviously, from racing at district champs and national meets. But it is still very, very tight. There's about 6 boys here, all sitting together. It's just going to be who's got that gear on the last 50, and it looks like it's going to be coming from the middle lane.
Graham Baird and Angus Allison, I think it's between those two in lane 4 and lane 3. Angus Allison looking to double up, having won this morning in the IM, but I think he's maybe just going to come slightly short of Graham Baird. Great race between the two of them in the end. 1:59.40 for Graham, 1:59.52 for Angus. Whoa, that was very close indeed. And third place, Cameron Allison, 2:00.60. So they are the fastest 3. All were faster than Lewis Hammond's time, so they really wound it up in that second half, didn't they?
Yeah, I think that just shows a little bit more strength in the second 100. Obviously the boys had someone to race there. They were all up with each other. I think that puts a little bit more pressure on and probably helped them push it through.
Yeah, good race that though. Very tactical race. On to the 17 to 19 years 200 freestyle now.
Take your marks.
Line up for this one. Wee Hang Chu of Strathallan in 0. Finlay Saunders of Craigmount High in 1. Oscar Smiley of Kyle Academy in 2. Maxwell Cattermole of Lathallan in 3. Fraser Agnew of Robert Gordon's in 4. Greg Fairbairn of Christon in 5. Sonny Kennedy of Stuart's Melville in 6. Keir Buchanan of Straven Academy in 7. Craig Yardley of St Mungo's in 8. And Shenia Salkovskis of Glen Almond in 9. So let's see what this one offers up. Whether we get a similar tactical battle, or is somebody going to take charge? Fraser Agnew making his move early on here, and he has opened up a bit more than a body length's advantage coming to halfway. A really good swim over in Geneva as part of the North District squad. Of course, both the Scottish Youth squad and the North District squad made their way over there last weekend. 55.68. Also a silver medalist at the North District Open, so that was swum short course, of course, in Aberdeen in November. So he's having a good season, Fraser, and he looks to be really dominating this one. What a contrast to the last race.
Yeah, I hope Fraser can take it out himself and keep going with this speed. He looks to be holding off the other guys pretty well. He's coming off the walls all right, trying to sit under that wave that everybody else is coming in behind him.
When you do come out of the turn and the others are coming in, is that quite a disadvantage?
Yeah, well, you've got to think about that one. You've got waves coming in from both sides. You've only really got one option, and it's to go under it. If you're a pretty good underwater kicker, I mean, that's what you're looking for.
Dominant swim then from Fraser, 154.73. Another one who just outside the championship record. That's held by Jack Scott, another swimmer, of course, swam for GB, Olympic medalist, I think, in relay, 4x2, and Commonwealth Games medalist. Linlithgow Academy he represented back in the day in 2009, and his record just 0.3 faster than what you saw there from Fraser, 154.73. So a great swim from Fraser to take the win there. Presentations coming up now for these boys. 200 freestyle. So we just relax a little bit as they get ready for that. So that contrast in the races there between Graham Baird, who really had to battle all the way for his win, and then Fraser Agnew, who really, it was a victory lap at the end almost, although he was going very fast. It was certainly,
well, I mean, it
wasn't treating it as a victory lap.
It depends what you like. Personally, I'd rather be stuck in there with a lot of people around you chasing you. But it's always nice to be out in front and feel quite comfortable in finishing. It can give you a wee bit more of a confidence boost.
Yep, so you've got the march on those around you in your year group. There's Craig McNally ready to do the honours again. These are the 13, 14-year-olds, the bronze medalist from Larbert High School, Nathan Campbell. The silver medalist from Queen Margaret's, Duncan Young. And gold medal, his second of the day, from Ross High School, Stefan Kravis. He's looking pretty solemn about it. Probably annoyed that he didn't get that record.
Oh, there's a smile.
Yeah, almost. Go on, Stefan, you can do it. Crack a smile for us. So 15, 16-year-olds now. Here they are. What a race this was. Bronze medalist from Stranraer Academy, Cameron Allison. So represents Dumfries when he swims for his club. That must be some trek down the A75 from Stranraer to Dumfries. I can't believe he'll do that in training. He must train in Stranraer surely, but shows great dedication. Angus Allison, the silver medalist from Broughton High School. And the gold medalist from Beauclair Academy, Graham Baird. 159.40 against 159.52 for Angus. Cameron just 200. Three really good swims. And the 17 to 19s next up. Looks like they're just here they come. Medalists there. Maxwell Cattermole, the silver medalist. Fraser Agnew picking up the gold. So well done to them. Don't forget to tweet us, hashtag SSSC19. Show your support for your schoolmates, your favourite swimmers. Celebrate their successes. So the camera pans back to the scoreboard end. It means we're back to 50s, and it's girls 50 freestyle. No messing about, we're straight in there. Anna Tomilovic, Sophie Gibson, Tegan Black, Lucy Atherton, Ellie Craig-Collins, Ruby Galloway, Charlotte Raitt, Ashley Drake, Emily Fawkes and Katie Sandlands in this first heat. Ellie Craig-Collins in the red cap of Dean Park, although it's a club cap she's got on, Warrender. She is just ahead of Lucy. Well, I think it's Tegan Black, in fact, in second place in lane 2. 30.3 the time there. And was Tegan Black second, Lucy Atherton third, 30.37 the winning time.
Yeah, that was another tight one there. A lot of 31s in there. The girls at the top will be looking to get under a 31 to be getting in with the chance for a spot in the final for sure.
So into heat 2, we've got Eve Chalmers in 0, Katie Barron in 1, Katie Lowe in 2, Emma Russell in 3, Mia McLeod in 4, Madison Gallagher in 5, Tiana Greenshields in 6, Dobrava Tomacek in 7, Lauren Stewart in 8, and Corinne Rennie in lane 9. Centre lane's going nicely, Mia McLeod and Madison Gallagher, but so is Eve Chalmers over in lane 0. So we've seen a couple of good swims out of lane 0, and this is certainly another one, but the touch just goes to Mia, 30.89, not as fast as the first heat, so it will be Ellie Craig-Collins who will have lane 4 in the final. But Mia McLeod surely will be there. Yeah. So I think, well, Madison Gallagher, and that was a cracking swim from Eve Chalmers there in lane 0.
Another tight one to get in for those junior finals.
Yeah, we'll see soon enough who has made it and who has missed out. Top 10, of course, out of the 20 get to swim again. Boys get to do it now. Again, 2 heats, 12 and unders. They are ready at the blocks. We've just got a little bit of a delay. See in the foreground some of the swimmers just preparing themselves for whatever they've got coming up. I guess it's very much, you've got to program your afternoon, haven't you, your session, to be in the swim down pool at the right time if you've swum, and then you have to swim again and get yourself loosened up and ready to go. And these guys are ready to go. Tristan Shepherd in 0, Archie Smith in 1, Malachi Skinner in 2, Sam McCallum in 3, Callum Sinclair in 4, Kai Connolly in 5, Greg Hall in 6, Gregor Graham in 7, Ethan George in 8, Ollie Weavers in lane 9. Callum Sinclair of Armadale is leading the way here, bronze medalist at East Districts, and he's got maybe half a metre on the others. Lane 3, Sam McCallum, I think, touching second, it is, and then Kai Connolly in third. 30.72 the winning time there. It's another pretty old record here. Callum Prentice in 2001, 28.78. That's a very fast time for a 12 and under, isn't it?
I don't even remember that.
You were just a babe in arms when Callum was doing that swim.
It's about 6 or 7 years old then.
So on to the second heat. Joshua Hughes, Harry Keogh, Dylan McCombie, Ashton McLean, Dean Fern, Adam Thompson, Rory Stobie, Sean Cann, Edward Storer, Adam Longman the field here, and it's lane 4, Dean Fern of Lathallen, who has got the advantage. He's up by half a metre or so. Lane 2 going nicely, Dylan McCombie, Harry Keogh beside him. I think maybe the 1, 2, 3, but it was Dean, and never really any doubt he was going to take that. 30-32, so 4/10 faster than the first heat, so he will have the upper hand going into the final. Adam Thompson second, Dylan McCombie in third, and good swim from lane 1 by Harry Keogh in fourth place. I think that should have got him into the final. So we talk about the 200s and what you had to do there. 50, I suppose it's head down and batter your way as hard as you can.
Yeah, especially with the youngsters, it's get the rate up, go as hard as you can, keep the legs going, head down as much as possible, especially into that last 10-15 metres. Focus on the wall. Don't be looking around at anybody else. I think that's one thing a lot of the young ones start to get distracted as they get into the wall.
So nail your start, nail your finish.
Nail the start, nail the finish. There's not enough time in a 50 to get anything wrong.
No. So we move on to 100 breaststroke now for the girls. This is the 13-14-year-olds up. And in Heat 1, we've got Jessica Dempster of St Margaret's in 0, Amelia Ray of St Columba's in 1, Laura Rees, Robert Gordon's in 2, Robin Gargan of Larbert High in 3, Kira Davison of High School of Glasgow in 4, Caledonia Crossland of Pennycook High School in 5, Sophie Portier of Edinburgh Academy in 6, Sarah Hill of Robert Gordon's in 7, Darcy Littlefield of Watson's in 8, and Rosie Murison of Jordan Hill in 9. So 2 lengths of the pool this time, and turning in the lead, a fairly healthy lead, Kira Davison in lane 4, 37 seconds dead for her 50 split. And maybe coming back at her a little bit in the second half. Lane 7 looking good, Sarah Hill, Robert Gordon's in the blue cap, down towards the bottom of your screen, and she is pushing hard here. And also trying to make a move, Sophie Portier, I should say, in lane 6, and Caledonia Crossland in the green cap in lane 5, also Robin Gargan in lane 3. So it's tightening up. It's Kira trying to hold on. So stroke getting just a little bit tight here as she comes in, but she holds on to take the win. And it's a time of 1:22.38 for her. So really pushed it very hard in the first half, and that was enough to get her the win. Glasgow girl, high school. 1:22.38, confirmed there on your screen. Sarah Hill second, Sophie Portier was third.
We'll see how the second heat goes. I don't know. With the medals, it might. Long course is always a little bit different from short course. The times that we've got in front of us are all short course times, so we'll see how the girls go. Some of them prefer to go the long course with the less turns. But obviously with the walls it helps that little bit more.
So they're ready to go. Lauren McGee of Lindsay in 0, Sophie Smith of Nicholson Institute in 1, Isla MacDonald of Inverness in 2, Ines Donald of Edinburgh Academy in 3, Martha Reeves of High School of Dundee in 4, Fern Crichton of Perth High School in 5, Sophie Bain of Meldrum Academy in 6, Nuala Gow of Turriff Academy in 7, Natasha Phillips of Webster's High School in 8, and Kirsty Wicklow from the High School of Glasgow in lane 9. So let's see who is going to take this one. It's pretty close, but the advantage with Sophie Bain at the turn, 35.36, so about 1.6 faster than the first heat at the halfway mark. The centre lanes, lane 5, Fern Crichton, Martha Reeves in lane 4, and lane 7 not too far away, Nuala Gow, but it does look like Sophie Bain is the one they're all got to chase, although keep your eyes on lane 9, Kirsty Wicklow. You can't really see her on the screen here, but I can tell you she is right up there as we switch to the camera coming in. If we're going to do that, as we see them come in there, you can see her at the bottom of your screen, and she's going to get second, I think, but it was a win for Sophie Bain, 1:16.89 for her, so inside her entry time. So if that was a short course time, she'll be happy with improving it long course. 1:18.84 she was entered on. Did a 1:17.41 to win the Scottish Summer Meet last summer, and faster than that today. So nice swim from her. And a very nice swim from the outside limb there from Kirsty Wicklow to claim second spot. On to the 15-16s. Line up on the screen. Taylor Walker for St Andrews, Lauren McDonald for Lochaber, Hannah Mayo for Lindsay, Yasmin Ali for Mary Erskine's, Jessica Schultz from Grantown, Imogen Collins of Taylor High School, Grace Robertson from Watson's, Molly Cannon of St Columba's, Ellie Forsyth from Uddingston, and Emily McGee from Carnoustie. 1:19s to 1:21s the entry times here. Up to the wall, this is promising to be another close one. 37.69. Jessica Schultz with the touch at the 50, but a line of swimmers here. So breaststroke, I suppose it's just about maintaining that stroke, and as you tire, not letting it get a bit less coordinated.
It's finding a balance between length and rate and maintaining the power all the way through the stroke. It's very tiring, and it's probably the one that swimmers struggle with the breathing the most.
Looks like it's the
still holding your breath there.
Grace Robertson, the Watson's girl, just bringing that one in with a nice second half. 1:19.94 for her.
It's great to see so many close races here. Again, very competitive, a lot of 1:21s in there.
Yep, just 100th between third and fourth there. Jessica Schultz second, Hannah Mayo third. As we go to the second heat. Amy Watson looked very good this morning in the 200. So she's back in the water here. The line-up here, Caitlin Coyer-Gamble of Culloden Academy in 0, Kira Steriker of Kyle Academy in 1, Georgia Officer of Elgin High School in 2, Emma McPartland of Auchterarder in 3, Amy Watson of Clydeview Academy in 4, Katie Goodburn of Mary Erskine's in 5, Isla Walker of Vale of Leven in 6, Anna Colston of Falkirk High in 7, Rona Bowie of Bankery Academy in 8, and Megan Ruddy of Hamilton College in lane 9. Well, it's lane 5, Katie Goodburn, who is setting the pace here, the youth squad member. Was second in Geneva last weekend, winner in the North District Open youth event, silver medalist in national age groups. And she is right up there, but Amy Watson is now starting to have a go at her. Coming up to the halfway mark down this second length, and this is a tight one, two-way race going on here. Katie in the red cap against Amy in the dark blue. Who is going to get the touch here? It was Katie who pushed it out hard in the first half. Amy is coming back at her, but Katie still has the advantage and doesn't look like she's giving it up. She's up by the best part of a metre as she comes in towards the wall. A great swim from Katie Goodburn to take the win in 1:12.58. So nice stuff there. Amy Watson has to settle for the silver. And in third place, Kira Steriker from lane 1. So another medal from quite a long way out from the centre lanes. Kira taking the bronze, 1:18.04.
It's a good swim there for Katie Goodburn there. It must be something in the name of the Katies.
Yeah. So good stuff here. We now move to the 17 to 19s. Just the single heat here. Devon Anderson of Bankery in 0, Ailey Davison High School of Glasgow in 1, Hannah Thompson of Our Lady and St Patrick's in 2, Nicole Reynolds in 3. Not sure what her school is. Name 4, Kyle Academy of Katie Robertson. 5 is Lucy Ross of Calder Glen. Hannah Cool, Arbroath Academy in 6. Amy Mackay of Lochaber in 7. Millie Jackson, also from Lochaber, in 8. And Neve Davidson of Woodmill in lane 9. So it is Katie Robertson. She just missed out to Yvonne Brown in the 200. We were talking about that at the beginning of the session, but she'll be looking to sort this out. We'll keep an eye on the meet record here. That's held by Cara Hanlon, set in 2015, 1:10.76. That could be under threat here. It's very close for second place. Lucy Ross in the gold cap in lane 5 looks to just have it from Nicole Reynolds and Hannah Cool, but it's Katie who takes it. And that time, 1:10.08, that is a new championship record. So that is number 2 of the afternoon. Still got some way to go to match this morning, but Katie getting us on the right track here with that meet record, 1:10.08 for her. So she now holds the record in the 15s, 16s, and in the 17 to 19s. So well done to her. Second, Lucy Ross. And we'll be going back to the presentation podium again. Starting with the 13-14s. I'll just wait for them to appear. So we saw some excellent breaststroke in there from the girls. Katie Goodburn in the 15-16 age group, then Katie Robertson, as you said. It's all about the Katies. And both of them showing great technique and good concentration and stamina.
Yeah, well, Katie Robertson's been up there for a wee while now and raced at some pretty big events. It's good to see her still racing at the schools and coming down to events like this. She was obviously pretty far out, but it's nice to see that this morning she had a good race in the 200 and then coming on and just keep pushing on in that 100. I think she'll be pretty pleased with that time for where we're at in the season. You can't be disappointed finishing about a body length and a bit ahead of everybody.
So medals coming out here for the 13-14s. The bronze medalist from Turriff Academy, Nuala Gow. Silver medalist from High School of Glasgow out of lane 9, Kirsty Wicklow. And the gold medalist and Brodies champion from Meldrum Academy, Sophie Bain. Nice close up there of the 3 girls. And the 15, 16-year-olds now. Here they come. Kira Sterica from Kyle Academy, bronze medalist. She's looking pretty happy with that. Silver medalist from Clyde View, Amy Watson. And the gold medalist from Mary Erskine's, Katie Goodburn. Katie, of course, sister of Archie Goodburn, so great pedigree of swimming, the Goodburn family. And if you're following in the footsteps of a very strong older sibling, is that a good thing that you've got something to aspire to, or could it be a pain in the neck?
Well, I can't talk from personal experience, but I think it's great to have a bit of competitiveness in the family. Archie's obviously really high up there at the moment. Katie's chipping away and starting to get up there as well, a little bit younger than him. But I think it adds that little bit something extra to push the family on and see what they can do.
So Nicole Reynolds there, the bronze medalist for the 17-19s, and silver Lucy Ross, and the gold medalist, that new championship record time 1:10.08 at Carl Academy's Katie Robertson. Fantastic physique, Katie, isn't she? Has got very much the length for a swimmer as you need to be tall, I guess. And there are some really good short swimmers, but it's definitely an advantage to be tall.
Of course, every time you get off the block, you can see the tall ones just get that little bit further every time. There's a lot of shorter swimmers in there at the moment, especially in the younger age groups, that can show a bit of dominance underwater and a little bit more coordination. But once they start to get that together, the height definitely helps.
So a good wee one will beat a not so good big one, but a good big one will probably beat them both.
Exactly.
Boys 200 breaststroke now. 13, 14-year-olds up first.
Take your marks.
So the field in this first heat: Fraser Tetlow, Tariff Academy in 0, Anthony Bradley of Trinity Academy in 1, Enzo Cheng of Kyle Academy in 2, Luca Firmus of Wallace Hall in 3, Robson Miles of Beauclair in 4, Kieran Hayes of Albone School in 5, Nathan Hughes of the Wellington School in 6, Guy Pelosi of Hutchinson Grammar in 7, Ewan Charwood from Campbelltown in 8, Jonathan Payton of Woodmill High School in 9. So the centre lanes, Kieran Hayes in 5, Robson Miles in 4. Setting the early pace here, 37.98. Kieran with the edge, but not by a lot. In fact, not by much at all now. As we come down the second length, it might have just turned around, and Robson might just have the edge here. Of course, such a great pedigree in men's breaststroke swimming in Scotland. You think of the likes of Michael Jimmerson, Ross Murdoch, Craig Benson, who holds the championship record in this particular event, all representing Scotland and Great Britain at the highest level. Halfway mark, still very tight. Touch just with lane 5, Kieran, 1:23.60. Both these two entered around the 3-minute mark. Kieran just looked to grab a little bit of a jump through the turn there, but we'll see whether Robson can pull it back. Luca Firmus is worth keeping an eye on there in lane 3, the silver cap. He's not so far behind the leading two, but it is Kieran who has got himself a bit of a lead now. Coming down to the 150, he's what, a metre and a half up maybe? Let's see what that translates to in terms of time as they go through. 2:10.225, so just about a second in it with 50 to go. Pacing there 46 and a half or thereabouts. So these swimmers entered either side of 3 minutes, and you'd expect these top three probably to be all inside 3 minutes here. These milestones, always good psychological times to just crack and say, right, I've done that, move on to the next target. Pushing up.
They pushed it on in the second 100. Yep. Still going.
So Luca going very well in 3, but he's not going to catch Kieran. He takes the win. Set the time, 2:56. He'll be happy with that, I would think. We'll get the precise time, 2:56.30 in fact. So a nice win from Kieran. Luca second, Miles third. 2:59 for Luca, 3:03. And unfortunately there is a disqualification in that one. That's lane 8. So Ewan Charlwood, unfortunately, something about his swim that the officials didn't like. There's a little bit of chat going on, so I'm not quite sure whether that is going to become the confirmed result. The referee is rushing up to the timing suite, so suggests that there's a bit of a discussion to be had, whether that's about the DQ or something else, I don't know. So dealing with the DQ, particularly for that boy from Campbelltown, it's obviously an important meet for him, probably. Might have been to a bigger meet, probably. So disappointing. How do you, as a coach, deal with that with your swimmer?
I think they've got to take it as a learning experience. Hopefully it's something that they won't do again. The best thing to do is to go and speak to the referee and ask why. What have they been disqualified for, and it gives them something to work on in training and hopefully improve on for the next time they race. It's not always easy taking a disqualification and explaining it to one of the swimmers and taking it very personally. I think getting them to learn how to improve for next time is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. So we'll just see. There's obviously something going on here as to whether that's about that last result or something else. I'm not too sure, but just means that we have a little bit of a delay before we go to the second heat of the 13, 14-year-olds.
Looks like it's going to be another competitive heat. Hopefully tight again.
So remember, you can tweet us there, hashtag SSSC19. Good luck wishes to all the McInnes. Little sister of Kiana McInnes, of course, is a fantastic fly swimmer, one of our real up-and-coming talents. Hashtag swimming fast, like that one. Hashtag impressed. Brodies like what they're seeing. Do you? I hope you do. I hope you're enjoying this coverage. We're enjoying giving it to you. It's a pretty dreich day here in Glasgow, but we are nice and warm here in the pool. There you can see them stretching, the swimmers getting ready.
Tony Anderson there sitting down.
So we're ready to go now. Second heat of the 13, 14-year-old boys.
Take your marks.
There's the lineup. William Comar in 0 for Robert Gordons. Jamie Ritchie of High School of Glasgow in 1. James Keane of Armadale Academy in 2. Cameron Mitchell of Montefieth High School in 3. Ryan King of Auchmuty High School in 4. Jamie Jardine of Watson's in 5. Cameron McMillan of Dollar Academy in 6. Callum Ferretti of Bearsden Academy in 7. Callum Lindsay of Burl Baxter in 8. Daniel Ritchie of Broughton High School in lane 9. So entry times here 2:47 to 2:59. We saw a 2:56 from Kieran Hayes winning the first heat. So you'd expect the medalists, as we've seen all the time, coming from the second heat. But I think sometime during the day somebody may well break that run. Coming out down the second 50, lane 4, Ryan King of Auchmuty. In 5, Glenn Rothers based. But he's not got a huge lead. Lane 1 going nicely, Jamie Ritchie from High School of Glasgow. A number of others up there. Cameron McMillan in 6 from Dollar. Lane 2 and 3, James Keane and Cameron Mitchell. So at the turn, 1:20.18, Ryan King, about 3.5 seconds nearly faster than the first heat. Jamie Ritchie trying to hold on to second. Lane 7, Callum Ferretti is in there. Lane 6, just ahead of him, Cameron McMillan. So Ryan holding the upper hand. And it's maybe looking like Cameron McMillan the favourite for second now. After that, it's anyone's guess. But Ryan has about a 3 metre advantage with 50 to go. 2:02.88. A lot faster than the first heat now, about 7.5 seconds. So
it's going to be another tight one in there for the third places. About 3 boys in the mix. Actually, maybe not anymore. It looks like maybe only 2 in the mix. And they might even be challenging for the silver medal place now.
Yes, I think they are. Jamie Ritchie and James Keane having a terrific battle in lanes 1 and 2 up against Cameron McMillan in lane 6, and it is the black-capped James Keane who's moving through into second place. He's not going to catch Ryan, who will take the win. He did the heavy lifting in the first half, but takes the win in 2:44.84. So good solid swim from him, well inside his entry time. Nice swim from James Keane to take second place there, 2:46.68, and Cameron McMillan 2:48.68 in third place. So there, Ryan King really pushed it very hard in the first half. I wouldn't say hanging on in that last 50, but he was definitely feeling it a bit, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, probably definitely feeling it a wee bit. Still a wee bit way off of Craig Benson's record there, the 2:35.7. I hope in the next couple of years we can start getting some pretty good breaststrokers, especially in the young age groups, starting to come through again.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out on that. Then James Keane, his completely different approach there, I suppose, really back-ending his swim and very, very strong down the last 50.
Yeah, he sat into it in the first 100 and then really built through in the second 100. I quite like how he swam it. He looked really strong down that last 50.
I always feel that coaches are likely to say, well, you didn't try hard enough in the first half, and then you had too much in the tank at the end.
I reckon if there'd probably been another 10 metres in the pool there, he might have got. He might have got.
So again, we've just got a little bit of a pause, but we're ready to go now. The whistle goes. And this is the first heat of the 15, 16-year-old boys 200 breast. The line-up here: Brandon Aitchison of Bucky in 0, Adam Ballard of Woodmill High in 1, Andrew McKenzie of Wallace High in 2, Finn Bremner of Fettes in 3, Marius Tringelis of Airdrie Academy in 4, Thomas Christie of Bucksburn in 5, Tony Anderson of Jordan Hill in 6, Kieran Brackenser of Port Lethen in 7, Jude Ralston of St Andrews in 8, and Ewan Walker of Johnson High School in lane 9.
Down the first 50, this looks like it's going to be another tight race.
34.14, and then just 100th between second and third. Tony Anderson and Thomas Christie, but it's Marius Kringelis just ahead of them in lane 4. And he's showing some nice technique here.
It's a lovely long stroke there and down that first 100. He's pretty relaxed. He's probably working quite hard. I'd quite like to see him build into this second 100.
You're looking at Thomas Christie there in lane 5, coming down towards the turn, so you get a nice view of something you wouldn't see if you were here in the pool, that sort of view. Just see how they look when they're coming at you. 1:15.71, Marius still has the advantage. Signs maybe that they're having a go at him now though, led by Tony Anderson. These swimmer from Jordan Hill in Glasgow, and in between them Thomas Christie of Bucksburn right there as well. So 3 of them up there. Finn Bremner not that far behind either.
Tony Anderson really starting to push through here on this third 50. Finn Bremner, Warnder swimmer, is also moving up through. It's going to be a nice tight last 50 for the boys here.
So let's see who can push it on at the end here. It is still Marius with the advantage, about 4/10. So by no means safe at this stage. He needs a strong 50 to see this one through. Tony Anderson in the bottom half, because these age groups spanning 2 year groups. So you get a second shot at it if you're in the younger group. And this is getting mighty tight here, because Finn Bremner is also making a move on Marius in the red cap in lane 3. Marius still just about has the advantage, but he's going to have to use every ounce of energy that he's got left in these last 5 meters if he's going to hang on to this one, because Tony and Finn are both going at him. Who gets the touch? It is Marius. 2:40.35, 900ths ahead of Tony. 2:40.44 for him, and Finn 2:40.61. Well, that was gutsy from Marius there to hang on. I thought for a moment he was going to be hauled in, but no, he wasn't going to let that happen.
That second 100 from Tony and Finn Bremner there really challenged Marius there in that last 5 meters.
That wall couldn't come soon enough. I think that's just wanted to see that through, and he did. Good. To the second heat now, we have Lewis Thompson of Lasswade High School in 0, Sam Harrison of St Columba's in 1, Nathan Grimley of St Kentigern's in 2, Daniel Saunders of Watson's in 3, Finley Wallace of Montrose Academy in 4, Matthew Garrity of Cliveview in 5, Sam Chittleborough of Edinburgh Academy in 6, Bruce Dixon of Morrison's Academy in 7, Ross Errants of Queen Margaret's in 8, Matthew Gordon of Belmont Academy in 9. Let's see who's going to get the touch. I think it might be lane 4. It is lane 4. Finley Wallace, 33.46. Finley, bronze medalist in the Scottish Summer Meet from Montrose Academy. So the swimmers from Angus getting their chance, or the swimmer from Angus. He is about a metre up on Matthew Garrity beside him. Another where it's a 16-year-old against a 15-year-old. Going nicely over in lane 0, Lewis Thompson. You see there in the dark red cap right up at the top of your screen. So he is contesting second place with Matthew Garrity, turning just about together. 1:12.98 though for Finley at the front. These three have a bit of a gap over third place Watson swimmer Daniel Saunders. So he would really need to work hard in the second half if he is to get into medal contention. It looks like it's lane 0, 4 and 5 who are going to decide it. And certainly Lewis Thompson in lane 0 is very much in the hunt here. But the centre lane's maybe just getting away from him. Let's see. As we come through the 150 turn, he's got about a metre and a half on him now. 152.69, there's half a second separating Matthew Garrity, who's now moved into the lead just ahead of Finley Wallace. Lewis Thompson trying to stay in the hunt in lane 0, but it looks like Matthew Garrity now in control of this one, the National Age Group champion. He won Scottish Schools in the 13-14s last year, and he's going to take that to a win, it looks like, in the 15-16s this afternoon. In the end, he's about 3 metres clear. A fantastic swim from Lewis Thompson from lane 0 will earn him the silver medal. Just check on his time, 2:33, so that's well faster than the first heat. And the bronze will go to the early leader, Finley Wallace. So they always say, if you've got a lane, you've got a chance. Lewis Thompson had a lane. It was lane 0. Silver medalist. Well done to him. Well done to Matthew Garrity there. Gold medal after his gold medal in the 13-14s last year. So good stuff there.
Great swim from Matthew there. He's definitely not one of the tallest guys in the field. It just shows his height doesn't always count.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Technique matters so much, probably particularly in breaststroke. 17 to 19-year-olds now. We have Matthew Hanlon of Nicholson Institute in 0, Finley Cormack of Perth High School in 1, Theo Goodfellow of Balwearie in 2, John Houston of Kyle Academy in 3, Greg Fairbairn of Christon in 4, John Keane of Armadale in 5, Thomas Cannon of St Columba's in 6, Ethan Horn of Cathkin High School in 7, Joshua Mitchell of Stuarts Melville in 8, and Ollie Carr of Dunblane High School in 9. John Keane, 33.47. Saw his younger brother swimming in the 13.14s. And here is big brother going in the 17 to 19s up against Greg Fairbairn. And Greg maybe just edging past John now as we come down to halfway. Both of them youth development squad members. Greg, the national age group champion, was 4th in the British Summer Championships. And he turns in the lead, 1:11.28. John Keane about half a second behind him. 3rd place, Thomas Cannon. Vincent Columbus. So it looks like these three. But what's the order going to be? Who's your money on, Jess?
I can't call it. You never know what's going to happen, especially in a 200 breaststroke down that last 50. Someone might get a better push off the wall, get better underwater. I think this might be wrapped up 1, 2, 3. I don't want to put any money on it, that's for sure.
So Greg Fairbairn certainly got a nice turn there, and he probably just about doubled his lead through that turn. But John Keane is coming back at him now, and also working very, very hard. Thomas Cannon, he is really pushing it hard in lane 6. So this isn't over yet. 10 meters to go. There's about a meter between the winner, the leader, Greg Fairbairn, and John Keane and Thomas Cannon, but that is shrinking all the way as they come into the wall. But Greg just had enough. 2:27.97. Well, it didn't look like it was going to be that close when they came out of the turn at the 150, but well, it turned into a scrap at the end. John Keane just holding off Thomas Cannon for 2nd place. Thomas Cannon just 1200ths behind him. A good one.
Definitely right not to put any money on that one. Very tight finish again. Good to see the boys racing all the way to the touch.
Yeah, well, they definitely had to do that in that one because any let up and they were toast. So we are back to presentations now. 13, 14-year-old boys breaststrokers will be first to come up to the podium. Interesting with these, when you look at who's got the championship records in this one, and you think of the big 3 200 breaststroker men, Jameson, Murdoch and Benson, only one of them has got a record, and that's in the 13-14s. What's going on?
I mean, Dougie Scott, big breaststroking family there, so it's no surprise that he's on the records. Corey's brother, Kieran Preston, also a very strong breaststroker. He was through at Edinburgh. I think he's now up in Aberdeen now. I saw him up there a few weeks ago. But no, it's good breaststrokers that some of them just haven't quite made it all the way to the top, especially when you're competing with the likes of Jameson and Murdoch. I would have maybe expected some of them to have a record.
So the medalists here in the 13-14s, Cameron McMillan from Beaconhurst, the bronze medalist, James Keane from Armadale, sorry, Cameron McMillan from Dollar, I should say, Armadale's James Keane, the silver medalist, and Ryan King from Ockermouthie High School, the gold medalist. Cassie Wilde, who is one of our real up-and-coming backstroke swimmers in her first year at Stirling, doing the presentation for us. She represented Scotland in the Commonwealth Games and Great Britain in the Europeans. Cassie, so it'll be exciting to see what she can do in the next year or two. But just at the moment, her job is to hand out the medals to the others. And it's the 15, 16-year-olds next to the podium. Here they are. Bronze medalist there, Finley Wallace from Montrose Academy. Silver medalist Lewis Thompson from Lasswade High School. And the gold medalist from Clyde View, Matthew Garrity. You see what you mean about relative sizes, Jess. He's up on the top podium, but you wouldn't know that when you look at their heads.
No, not at all. Matthew swims down in for Clyde for Shirley. She's obviously doing a great job and really showing that size doesn't matter when you're in the water.
So you get a sense of that now when they're all on the level. Well done, Matthew.
Brilliant swim.
And we'll be coming now to the 17 to 19-year-olds. That real tight finish. So these boys don't get too long to get themselves smartened up before they come to podium. So if they're still puffing a bit, I think they can be forgiven for that. Bronze medalist Thomas Cannon from St Columba's. Silver medalist from West Lothian, Armadale Academy, John Keane. And a gold medalist from Christon, Greg Fairbairn. And he certainly is still puffing, isn't he? See that chest going there? And he really had to work for it to hold on for that win. We've seen a couple of those, didn't we, in the breaststroke, where the swimmer who looked to be in charge suddenly came under a huge amount of pressure down the final 50. And one of them was Greg, and he responded to the challenge magnificently.
I'm sure he got a fright coming down that last 50, just seeing how close the boys actually were. He got a great turn off the 150 mark, but those boys just kept coming back at him right down to the last millimetre.
Yep, exciting stuff. We go to backstroke now. You can see the backstroke ledges have been installed while we were doing the presentation, so we're all ready to go. There's the lineup for the first heat for the 13, 14-year-olds. Madison McCallum. Actually, that doesn't align with what I've got, so not quite sure what's going on here. Now it does. So we've got Madison McCallum and St Aloysius in 0, Finlay Cathro of Okamuti in 1, Amber Stevenson of Belmont in 2, Emma DeVette of James Young High School in 3, Holly Milne of St Mungo's in 4, Jessica Dempster of St Margaret's in 5, Zoe McGinley of Barhead High School in 6, Sophie Ferguson of North Berwick High School in 7, Sophie Jaskowiak from Bell Baxter in 8, and Erin Hammond of Prestwick in 9. So again, it's 4 lengths of the pool. 200 backstroke. So again, a pretty technical event, particularly around the turns. Just make sure you get that absolutely nailed.
Yeah, there's loads of different ways to swim the 200 backstroke. You could either go down the McNally route of taking it steady, or just control the first 100 and then really pick it up through. I think most of these girls will probably push it out from the start and try and hold on to the stroke rate all the way through to the last 50.
Great start from Amber Stevenson in lane 2. Belmont Academy, she has got a pretty healthy lead here. 4th in the short course West Districts before Christmas. And looking comfortable at the moment. A lead of maybe 3 meters for her. From lane 7, Sophie Ferguson in 2nd place. 1:16.54, plays 1:17.50. Beside Sophie is Zoe McGinley in the blue cap in lane 6. So it's these 3, but still Amber in lane 2 with the upper hand. Around about 3 meters up, so well, at the moment you'd have to say she's a firm favourite. Now starting to make a move, Zoe McGinley's gone past Sophie Ferguson, now trying to set about trying to catch Amber Stevenson, maybe making some ground on her. You can see there the gap is exactly a second with 50 to go. And Amber again showing nice technique on that turn. That's given her a platform for the final 50 through the halfway marker there, and she'll not be denied now. She is well clear, and it's going to bring it in by around 3-4 meters. It's getting tight for third place with lane 3, Emma DeVette moving up and Jessica Dempster in 5, but clear win for Amber Stevenson. 2:35.34 for her. Second place is Zoe McGinley, 2:38.53, and Jessica Dempster in third, 2:39.28. So Rachel Saunders, you were talking about her when she was a youngster. You coached her?
Yeah, Rachel. I had Rachel when she was about 10 years old. Still warms up as she did when she was 10. Fast. I was talking about it the other day when I seen her. It's good to see she's still PBing and still chipping away at the times, still working hard. Can't fault her work ethic, that's for sure.
So we'll see what she can do here. The lineup: Sienna Perry of Old Macker Academy in 0, Evie J. Clark of Lochaber in 1, Ella Stevenson of Coatbridge in 2, Holly McGill, Royal High School in 3, Rachel Saunders of Watson's in 4, Amy Shields of Bearsden Academy in 5, Erin Urquhart of Cults Academy in 6, Anna Green of James Gillespie's in 7, Abby Armstrong of Grove Academy in 8, Sarah Hill of Robert Gordon's in lane 9. 2:22.51 the entry time for Rachel Saunders. As I was saying earlier though, you can't take too much store on the entry times. Probably short course, and some of them might have been converted, some of them not. 32.75, much faster than the previous heat.
Yeah, we'll be looking for the girls here to probably use a little bit more underwater work and try and get further off the walls, break out a bit smoother and carry that speed through. Rachel should be able to do that.
It's what you're coached as a 10-year-old, isn't it, that makes all the difference. So coming up, she has the advantage around 3 meters, 1:09.12. So going pretty nicely. She's got a healthy lead of over 2 seconds, with Holly McGill in second place. So 2 Edinburgh-based swimmers, Watson's and Royal High School, leading the way here. Then it is Ella Stevenson from Coatbridge, and lane 5, Amy Shields from Bearsden. But Rachel Saunders firmly in control here, 1:45.80. So that was around a 36.5 there. Record here 2:18.43, so that's going to be okay. I would think that will stand for another year. That was set last year by Katie Shanahan, who we saw going into 400 IM earlier, winning that. Rachel Saunders is certainly going to take this. So her lead may be shrinking a little bit. There's a strong finish from Holly McGill. Third place in lane 5 now, Amy Shields, looking for her second medal of the day. 2:24.15 is the winning time for Rachel.
Yeah, that was a good swim there for Rachel. She looked solid all the way through. Maybe just that last 50, the girls started to come back at her a little bit more. I think that's probably something that she'll be working on into the Scottish Age Group Champs over in the next couple of weeks.
So these girls, 13, 14, what would we be sort of asking them to focus on at that stage in their swimming careers through the season?
Well, while they're still young, you probably want them to look at trying to hold their rate over the first and second 100. It's something that, as they get a little bit older, it starts to get harder to do. So if they can do it while they're young, it definitely puts them in a good place for when they start to get to the 16 plus age groups.
So we move up an age group now, the 15-16-year-olds. Again, we have 2 heats here. The lineup for this one, Anna Reid of Nairn goes in 0. It's her birthday today, 16 today, so she gets to spend it here in Tollcross. Happy birthday, Anna. Lauren Lowry of St Margaret's in 1. Amira Sheen of Inverurie Academy in 2. Katie Wason of Glenwood in 3. Shannon Rowling of St Margaret's in 4. Marie Wood of Tain Royal Academy in 5. Abigail MacArthur of Lesmahago in 6. Ella Wood of Watson's in 7. Rachel Dawson of Eyemouth High School in 8. Cara Mowbray of St Kentigern's in lane 9. So what were you doing on your 16th birthday, Jess? Do you remember?
I couldn't tell you. I've got fond memories of the Scottish schools though. Always loved to come and race at the schools. Put you in a good place for then going on to the age group championships. I like to come and do the 100 freestyle and the 200 medley. They were almost my favourites. I wasn't much of a backstroker, so we'll not mention that.
So it's Shannon Rowling showing she is quite a bit of a backstroker. Goes through halfway in 1:13.85. Representing St Margaret's High School, 4th in the Short Course West districts in this pool. Of course, with the boom in the middle of the pool. Very close behind her, 2nd and 3rd, could really go to almost anybody. Contenders, perhaps lane 6, Abigail MacArthur, lanes 2 and 3, Mira Sheen and Katie Wason. But through the 150, Shannon in control, 1:52.85. That's a healthy lead. Abigail MacArthur in 2nd, but she's 3 seconds back on Shannon. Marie Wood not far away. Coming up now in lane 2, Amira Sheen. So it is very much a tight contest for 2nd place, but well behind Shannon Rowling. So it's going to be her race. She will set the standard for the 2nd heat, and that standard is 2:33.02. Don't think that will challenge for a medal, but you never know. 2nd place, Abigail MacArthur. 3rd place, Amira Sheen. So for these swimmers who are in this first heat, probably not much prospect of a medal realistically. Challenge and your targets, I guess it's just really about personal improvement and focusing on technique and trying to get certain processes right.
Yeah, for sure, especially with the older guys that are looking to go to the Scottish Age Group Champs. This might be another opportunity for them to get a qualification time for that, or if they've already got a qualification time, look at practicing maybe something different, especially over the 200s, maybe pushing that 3rd length on a little bit more, or trying to go out a little bit faster. That's what I've got my guys doing at the moment, just to try and mix it up a wee bit. It's just another opportunity to race long course as well.
Oh, looking very cheerful there. That's swimmer with the City of Glasgow cap. In lane 5, Elise McQueenie, obviously well up for this. We've got a couple of empty lanes here, lanes 7 and 8, not occupied, so 8 swimmers will go. Sarah Coffey of Falkirk High in 0, Rowan Saunders of Craigmount in 1, Maria Cabrelli of Grove Academy in 2. Then we've got 2 Woodmill High School girls, Morvan Lister in 3 and Ellie Turner in 4. Lise McQueenie of Uddingston Grammar in 5. Louise Beattie of Culloden in 6. And then Rowan McGill out on her own in lane 9 for Royal High School.
It's great to see some Craigmount swimmers, former Craigmount pupil. Back when I was there, we had some fantastic swimmers. We always put in a relay as well. So it's good to see them still supporting the swimming.
Yep, so it's around Saunders with the Craig Mount cap on, but it's Woodmill High School perhaps are the ones to beat at the moment, the Dunfermline School, and they are 1 and 2 at the moment with Ellie Turner and Morven Lister, both swim at the Carnegie Club, youth squad and youth development squad members respectively. And Ellie Turner looks to be good for this one. Already a win in the 100 this morning, and 1:08.39 for her at the halfway mark. About 4 meters now up on her schoolmate. Ellie, silver medalist at the British Summer Championships last year in a 2:16. So let's see what she can do here. The record held by Ellis Shields, who we'll be seeing in the 17 to 19 age group, set last year only. 2:17.57. We'll get an idea, I think, whether Ellie is anywhere close to that at this turn. Certainly looking good for a second gold here. Goes through 1:44.53. So that was just over a 36. So I think probably slightly outside it. Nobody to push her along, of course. Got to do this all single-handedly. Battle for second now is hotting up. Morven Lister and Elise McQueenie. Elise maybe is just edged past, although, well, side by side really. Ellie Turner, 10 to go. She is going to take this one. I think it is Elise just ahead of Morven, but it'll be on the touch between them. So coming in 2:20.69. Who gets second? It is Elise McQueenie by 14 hundredths, 2:24.18 against Morven's 2:24.32. So a good 1, 2, 3 there. Woodmill take 2 medals, and with Uddingston Grammar's Elise McQueenie in between them. But Ellie Turner, never really any doubt she was going to win that one.
No, great first 100 going out in a 1:08. Really showed a bit more dominance there in that second half.
So she's completes her activities for the day. She can make her way back to Fife with 2 gold medals once she's picked up the second one in a few minutes' time. 17 to 19-year-olds up now, including that record holder that we saw from the 15-16s we were talking about just now. She will be going in lane 4, Ellis Shields for Bearsden Academy. Again, we've got some empty lanes, nobody in lanes 0, 1 or 9. So 7 swimmers in the hunt here. Alice Meldrum in 2 for Calder Glen. Caitlin Dodds of Auchmuty High School in 3. Ellis Shields of Bearsden Academy in 4. Erica Chopik of Firhill High School in 5. Sarah Fraser of Dice Academy in 6. Bailey Wilkes of Strathallan in 7. And Rachel Gillespie of Bearsden Academy in lane 8. So through the 50 turn, 32.22. The record on this age group held by Megan Briggs, very similar to Ellis's time last year, 2:17.57 was her time last year, 2:17.45 is the record, set in 2015 by Megan Briggs. So we'll see whether Ellis can challenge that. She's certainly got a big lead coming up to halfway. Lanes 3 and 5 are Caitlin Dodds and Erica Chopet. They're contesting second. 1:07.89. So about 35 and a half. So at the moment I would say probably not at record pace. Lane 2 is going nicely. Alice Meldrum. She is getting herself into position to challenge for a medal. So in lane 6 is Sarah Fraser. But the gold, I think, is pretty much already around the neck of Ellis Shields as she comes up towards the 150 and going through in a time of 1:44.09. So again, just over a 36 split there. So we are looking, I think, probably in the sort of 220 range, 219, 220. So I think that record will not be broken this afternoon. Looking good now for Erica Chopek for the silver medal. And the battle for bronze is between Alice Meldrum, who's just gone ahead of Caitlin Dodds, but it is a straightforward victory in 220 exactly for Ellis Shields. Erica Chopek taking second, 226.46, and Alice Meldrum in third, 228.02. So Ellis, obviously she'll be conscious she's gone faster than that in the past. She won't be rested at the moment. She'll be in heavy training. So 220, good?
Yeah, it's
okay.
It's there or thereabouts. I think for the time that we're at in the season, she probably should be okay with that. Obviously holding the record for the 15-16 age group, she might have wanted to go for that 17-19, but it just wasn't her day to go for that. But I hope that she can be happy with that and keep pushing on, look towards the age groups.
Yes, she's a squad member, so this really is clearly not a focus event for her, but she'll be looking to, I suppose, as we said earlier, use it as a preparation for bigger things to come.
Yeah, for sure.
So back to the presentation podium now for these backstrokers, starting off with the 13-14-year-olds. And they are on their way to the podium. Looks like Cassie is doing the honours for us again. Cassie Wilde, now at Stirling University, and she hands over the bronze medal to Bearsden Academy's Amy Shield. That's Alice's younger sister. So another one who's got a swimmer to emulate and try and challenge as she gets older. Royal High School's Holly McGill takes the silver medal, and Rachel Saunders, George Watson's College, takes the gold. Watson's always producing strong swimmers, and there's another one. Well, three happy smiling faces there, that's nice to see. The 15-16-year-olds coming up now. Bronze medal goes to Morven Lister of Woodmill High School. Silver medal to Elise McQueenie, Addington Grammar. Gold medalist Ellie Turner, Woodmill High School. Interesting, these backstrokers getting their medals from one of Scotland's strongest backstrokers. So Cassie, I would think, will be a swimmer that these girls will want to emulate. So nice to get their medals from her. Of course, did her growing up south of the border. It's lovely to have her training and competing in Scotland now, as well as representing Scotland, as she has done when she was in the south. Of course, you were in the south for a while as well, in Preston.
Yeah, just came back, so started back up here in September. It's good to be back up in Scotland. I do miss the guys down south. They've got their county championships on this weekend as well. So shout out to them. Hope they're all doing well. But no, it's nice to be back home with the family. I've got the dog. No, it's all keep me busy for sure. New job and all that down in Ayrshire. Really enjoying it, and it's great to see some of the kids today really pushing on and showing what they can do.
So the 17 to 19-year-olds there. Sarah Fraser, the bronze medalist. Erica Chopek, the silver. And Ellis Shields, Bearsden Academy, the gold.
Again, height not always making the difference there.
Yep.
Here we go, finals.
So there might just be well, looks like they're all ready to go. So just waiting for getting the line up for these finals. It's up on the scoreboard here in the venue. So So hopefully we'll get them very soon. So there's the lineup up on your screen. So it's going to be Kira Bailey going in lane 0. Perry Scobie in lane 1. Susie McNair in lane 2. 3 is Kirsty Breakin. 4, Orla McInnes. 5 is Charlotte Thompson. Natalie Moody in 6, Helen Stoddart in 7, Ariana Coley in 8, Isla Waller in lane 9.
I think we'll see another tight final here. All these girls entering very, very close times.
So off they go. Orla McInnes was the fastest qualifier of this group. So she is in lane 4. She's certainly up there, but well, so are a number of others. Natalie Moody in lane 6, but I think it is Orla's got the edge. After that, well, it's anybody's race who's going to get silver and bronze. Can Orla hold on? Pushing on nicely now is Ariana Coley in lane 8. So Orla McInnes takes the win in 33.29. It is Ariana Coley in second. And in third place, it's Charlotte Thompson. 34 seconds dead for her. So good racing there. And the McInnes legend that is Butterfly moves to a new generation.
Yeah, as you said earlier on, you know, the sibling rivalry there will be kicking in. She'll want a little piece of the action that Kiana's getting at the moment.
So on to the boys now. We've got Archie McPherson in Archie MacArthur, that's her playback. Apologies there. Eclavia Singh in lane 1, Taryn Liversedge in 2, Kane Buchanan in 3, Finley Nelson in 4, James Burnett in 5, Adam Scott in 6, Thomas Traynor in 7, Ross Anderton in 8, and Cameron Gill in lane 9. So these are the lineup. Finley Nelson was quite a lot faster than anybody else in the heats earlier, 31.49, so you'd have to fancy him as the favourite. Second and a half faster than anyone else, so he's in lane 4. And look at that technique off the start, really very nice breakout from the dive, and that's given him already nearly a body length advantage, so the others are playing catch up now. And it is lane 2 maybe, Torrin Liversedge, who is pushing that hardest. In between them, Kane Buchanan in lane 3, but there's Finley Nelson is in control of this one. He will take the gold, and he does that in 31.20. Second place, 32.26 for Torrin Liversedge, and in third place, Adam Scott. Time of 32.36. Confirmation there on your screen, so pretty commanding performance there, and faster than he was in the heat, so be happy about that, moving
for sure.
This progression.
Fantastic for Finley there, great off the start, held it all the way through. I reckon the start definitely won it for him there.
Yeah, so when we talked about the 50s, the starts being so important, and he was just seemed to have a lot more power off the blocks than the other boys.
Yeah, great power, great underwater. He carried that speed through the breakout as well. Skills that 12-year-olds are still, or even some of them are younger in there, 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds, still trying to refine those skills, and they will continue to do so until they get even older.
So we move to 50 freestyle now. There's the lineup for the girls. Emma Russell for Bankton in 0. Ashley Drake of Priorsford in 1. Lucy Atherton of Woodmill in 2. Madison Gallagher of Kinnard in 3. Ellie Craig Collins of Dean Park in 4. Mia McLeod of Murrayfield in 5. Tegan Black of Dunbar in 6. Eve Chalmers of Davidson's Mains in 7. Ruby Galloway of St Patrick's in 8. And Anna Tomilovitz of St Mary's in lane 9. So in this one, Ellie Craig Collins, 30.37, was about half a second faster than anybody else. She won East Districts just before Christmas, so she'll be looking to add a Scottish Schools gold medal to her East District one. Can she do it? Off the blocks and into the swim. Not too much to separate them coming out from the dive. Good start in lane 3. Madison Gallagher. So she is certainly in the mix. Ellie Craig Collins now drawing up alongside her. And she has perhaps got slightly more momentum than the others. Just edging through now ahead of Madison. Also moving up Mia McLeod in lane 5. I think they're the 3 medalists. And it is Ellie Craig Collins who gets the touch, 30.31, 600ths faster than she was earlier on. Confirmation there.
Another tight race there, almost nothing separating 3rd and 4th.
Yes, always the cruelest one there, on the podium or not on the podium. Life can be tough sometimes. Boys 50 freestyle is our last race of this session. We've got Archie Smith, Aberdeen Grammar in 0. Harry Keogh of Netherley in 1. Dylan McCombie of Bankery in 2. Sam McCallum of Gargiston in 3. Dean Fern of Lathallen in 4. Callum Sinclair of Armadale in 5. Adam Thompson of Onthank in 6. Kai Connolly of Houston in 7, Rory Stobie of Buxton in 8, and Ashton McLean of South Park in lane 9. 30.32, Dean Fern posted the fastest time in the heats. I guess if you know that you got the fastest time in the heat going into the finals, just a youngster, does that G you up or make you nervous?
For me, it would probably G me up. I would like being out in front. I know a lot of kids that would probably make them a little bit nervous. But I think it's always good to have a little bit of nerves in there, get the adrenaline going.
So here they go, and certainly nice starts in the centre lanes. Dean in lane 4, Callum Sinclair in lane 5, and these two, first and second here coming down the length. Lane 3 not too far away, Sam McCallum, although it looks like lane 4 Dean Fern has the advantage. Callum Sinclair pushing hard to try and catch him, but I think Dean will hold on to this one, although the lead is shrinking as he comes into the wall. He takes it in 29.98. He'll be happy to go under the 30 seconds. It was a 30.3 in the heat, so nice progression there. Callum Sinclair taking 2nd place and Sam McCallum taking 3rd.
Another tight swim there for that bronze medal. Again, almost nothing splitting it.
Yep, nice stuff there.
About 5 guys finished on a 31 there.
But nice to get under 30 seconds, another of these little milestones.
For the young boys, that's a big milestone to get under the 30 seconds. Then, you know, the next big one for them would probably be to go under the 60 and the 100. It's probably a little bit off that just now, but I reckon that's another big milestone for them to try and hit.
So we finish off the session with our presentations for these 12 and unders. You can see the gallery now starting to empty out. It'll just be their loyalists wanting to see these girls and boys up on the podium. We've got some happy girls there. Bronze medalist from Rosewell, Charlotte Thompson. Silver medalist from Edinburgh Academy, Ariana Coley. And the gold medalist from Oxgangs Primary, Orla McInnes. Don't forget the caps. Here we go. So these girls certainly pleased with their day's work. We do have a special presentation at the end of this. It will be for the top boys and girls in that 12 and under age group from their swims both this morning and this afternoon. It's the top individual performance based on FINA points, so we'll watch out with great interest as who's going to get them. But meanwhile, we go now to the boys 50 butterfly. And here are the boys. Bronze medalist Adam Scott of Netherley. The silver medalist Torrin Liversedge from Aboyne. And the gold medalist from Kirkcombe, Finley Nelson. So our butterfly presentations have been made. We're going to move to the freestyle. So the boys for the freestyle now. The girls getting their medals. And the medalists there, Madison Gallagher the bronze, Mia McLeod the silver, and Lily Craig Collins the gold. Well done to them. And our final event presentation, the boys 50 freestyle. The medalists here, bronze medalist Sam McCallum, Gargiston Primary, silver medalist Callum Sinclair from Armadale, and the gold medalist from Lathallan, Dean Fern. So well done to the boys in that 50 freestyle. And we have these special presentations to make now, just before we finish things off. Best boy performance, best girl performance is next to come up. So just waiting for these swimmers to be announced in the venue and make their way up to this empty looking podium at the moment. No sign of them appearing at the moment. Of course, one of them swam this morning. That was Ellen McPhee, time of 37.10 in the 50 breaststroke, so she was the best girl. So we'll get her trophy to her. But the best boy we just saw on the podium just now for his swim in the 50 butterfly, and that was Finley Nelson. So well done to Finley. We're looking to see him come up here, representing Kirkcombe Primary School.
There he is running round.
So there he goes. Think we can get a close-up of him. Yeah, we can. Congratulations. So the cup, I think he will have to hand back, but the plaque, I think, is his to keep. Nice little memento to show. Just think, when he's got a boy that age, say, look what I got when I was your age. Now let's see if you can match it. So well done. The boy trains down in Dumfries, swimming for his primary school, Kirkcombe, this afternoon. So that pretty much brings things to a close. It's been a lot of fun. We had just the 2 championship records this afternoon. Didn't quite match this morning, but
a little bit quieter, but still some fantastic swims in there this afternoon.
Yes, there certainly were. Nice to see that sub 30 seconds at the end there from Dean Firm for the youngsters. So I'm Duncan McKinnell and it's Jess Wilkie. It's been a lot of fun giving you the presentation here. We'll be handing over to our colleagues Robert Taylor and City of Glasgow head coach Ian Wright for the final session. We'll be coming on air around about 5:20, so that is in what, just over half an hour's time. So you've got time for a cup of tea and maybe a wee snack before you join us again at 5:20. The swimming will start at 5:30. So from me, Duncan McKinnell,
and from me, Jess Wilkie,
we wish you very good night.
Thank
or
you.
good afternoon. Well done, thank you very much.